What's up, everyone? I'm Allie the agent. I went from being a federal agent in the Air Force to a real estate agent. I spent a decade in the Air Force as a special agent running felony level crimes, realizing that I wanted to change, got my realtor license, and did 20 transactions in my first 9 months as a part-time and solo agent. By month 8, I became top 24% of all buyers agents in my MLS as a solo agent. Then I paused because I knew I could do it and I still had a full-time job. I stopped prospecting at month 8 because I already made as much money as I did in my W-2 as a major in the Air Force. I knew that number 1, that I liked it, and number 2, that I could make more money as a realtor. So I paused so I could refocus back on separating from active duty. My gosh, stop scrolling. All right. I hired a full-time assistant, I created a team of 5 agents, and I want to share with you my 9 lessons learned after my first year as a realtor. Client expectations. Oh my gosh, this is so important. Clients can and will run you to the ground whether or not they mean to if you don't place ground rules. Don't think you're being too stern if you set up the ground rules. If you text a client back at 11 p.m., you're training them that you are available at that time. So set boundaries early so you don't have to backtrack. Number 2 is make sure you streamline your processes. Do not recreate the wheel every time. You should be able to use your team's canned emails, their checklists that they will have for you as a seller agent, as a buyer's agent, so you can just plug and play and start scaling as soon as you can. Number 3 is hire out immediately. As soon as you think you might need the help, hire it out. Your number 1 hire will most likely be a transaction coordinator because why are you doing your own paperwork? That time is being wasted when you can be helping more and more families buy and sell. The transaction coordinator will do it faster for you. They're gonna do it better for you, especially if you're new. And your number 2 hire will most likely be an administrative assistant or somebody to help you with the organization and with the tasks that feel daunting to you. My assistant was actually my second client ever, and the timing worked out perfectly. Right where I was needing assistance and setting up a good foundation so I could start to scale, she separated from the Air Force and told me that she liked the home buying process with me as her realtor so much that she also wanted to become a realtor. So while she was working on her license, I paid her full time to do everything administrative related for me. I made a list of everything I didn't like doing that legally she could do, and I paid her to do it. It helped me out tremendously because I was buying back my time in order for me to focus on getting more and more clients. Number 4 is choosing the right brokerage. I interviewed between 12 and 15 different brokerages, big and small. I ran all the numbers to decide which one I would take home the most amount of money, and more importantly, which one had a network of people in which I felt I would be able to learn from. I felt I was restricted to Tucson because that's where I live, and a lot of people that I looked up to were jumping ship from their brokerage and moving over to EXP. So I ran the numbers and I realized that was the way to go because of the training, the resources, and mainly the fact that it wasn't a franchise. And since I'm military and will be moving again because my wife is still active duty and will continue to be active duty, knowing that I will be moving with EXP Realty, I was no longer restricted to Tucson. The brokerage I wanted to join was no longer defined by where I was stationed because with EXP you can join any family, any group that you feel like you connect with. And whenever you move, nothing changes except you just have to get licensed in that new state. So you can stay with the same group of people no matter where in the world you end up moving to. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to have to re-interview with other Keller Williams teams or Coldwell Banker teams or, teams in different states, hoping that I would be able to get the same vibe as I did before because it wouldn't have been the same vibe. Other brokerages are franchises, meaning each brick and mortar office has their own set of rules, commission splits, people, managers. So I joined the 5 Pillars team, a team without any team splits because they have a military background, they're investors first, and because they have all of the resources, and I mean, when I say resources, I mean canned emails, calculators, checklist upon checklist, anything that I could think of needing, they already have. So it was easy to just copy and paste it into my own business and start scaling immediately. It was important for me to join a group of people that were steps ahead of me as a realtor, obviously, but also in net worth and real estate investing, so I could emulate them and have access to them. The founders each own 80 to 120 plus investment properties, so that's who I wanted to learn from. So make sure that that when you're choosing a brokerage, they'll help you not just scale as a realtor and scale in your business, but also achieve your goals like investing, fitness, family, etc. Number 5 is create an LLC and set up a business checking account to get paid from. I started to follow the advice from a pretty good book called Profit First. I recommend reading it, but at a minimum, create 2 business checking accounts. One is to keep all of your money in, and the other is just for taxes. So deduct 30% of each commission check. This is not financial advice, by the way. I'm not your CPA, but take a good chunk out of each commission check, roll it into the other checking account, and that should be owned by the LLC that you have created in your state. For example, in the state of Arizona, I have created a checklist just on how to create your own LLC for this purpose for my agents that have joined me here, and you should be able to do the same thing in any state that you're in. Number 6 is get a good real estate or business CPA and pay your taxes quarterly. Enough said.
Okay.
Number 7 is use Stride. It's a free app. Keep track of every single mile that you drive for tax purposes later on in the year. Number 8, don't forget to change your oil every 5,000 miles. Don't be like me and run 25,000 miles without an oil change. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Marshmallow. And lastly, number 9, fire clients if they mistreat you. If you don't do it at the first sign, then definitely do it at the second sign, at the second red flag, period. There is so much business to be had. Don't have a scarcity mindset. Don't chase a commission because properties fall out of escrow all the time. Chances are you may have had a boss that mistreated you at one point, and maybe that's why you wanted to become an agent. So why are you going to let your clients mistreat you in this new business that you're in? No. Either refer it out immediately before the relationship turns sour, or just tell them that you don't think that you're a good fit and move on. Find clients that know your net worth. If this video helped you at all, please give it a like. If you know of anyone that is becoming a realtor that this can help, please share this with them. Subscribe for more, and if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I will respond. Thanks. Talk later.